Morning, Julia.
Oh, morning, Pet. You've been up long?
Oh, for about 3 hours. I wanted to mend that gutter in case it rained. And then I washed the kitchen floor, polished the brasses, set the table, and here's your tea.
Oh, you're a little treasure, Julia. What is she, Jerry?
A little treasure. Did you polish my shoes?
Of course I did, Dad. You can see your face in them.
Did you sew that button on my Mac?
Yes, I did. And we sewed all the others in case they were loose. How'd you want your eggs?
Scrambled.
Boiled.
Please, Julia, please tell me the answer. You're the cleverest girl in the Rocky Academy. Oh, don't be so silly, Roger. Well, it's 5 squared plus 80 multiplied by the square root of the initial quantum. But you really could have worked that out yourself, Roger.
Oh, brother.
Quick, run, they're coming! Who's coming? The Lister sisters! Gotcha! What do you Lister sisters want now? 66p off each of you. Or else. Or else what? Or else what? Translates as, every day at school is a day of torture if you don't pay up. Huh, it's very expensive. Why are you charging 66p? Because it's more than 65p, mastermind. There's a word for this sort of behaviour, you know. If Lister sisters haven't heard the end of this, I'm going to tell Mr. Rocket.
You're going to tell Mr. Rocket what, man?
It's the head. Oh, nothing. As she was showing off by jumping over the wall.
Procol horror! Go instantly and see the sister in the sand, man. Hey, and is that a limp?
No, sir, it's my leg.
Everyone, rock on down to assembly. I've got an important announcement to make. And due to the indisposition of Mr. Springer at the high jump competition, the basketball training will be taken over by my mother. And now a special announcement. Since Mr. Bell's unfortunate, though a deliberate mistake at the Science and the Nuclear Bomb seminar, we've had a vacancy for the position of science teacher. Well, hang on to your hats, groovy cats, because that position is now filled. I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Lester Blister. Yet another blister in the school. We already have 2 little blisters in class 4B, and they're Mr. Blister's sisters. I mean, Mr. Blister's nieces, Sharon and Nicola. Well, proceed to your classes now.
Each of you will be assigned a project to develop using what facilities you can, both inside and outside the laboratory. This system is called Pupil's Choice. Teacher's Choice is where I come in. Sharon Blister.
Yes, Uncle? Sir?
Your project is to grow cress in a saucer.
That's not very scientific, sir.
I'll forgive your interruption if you care to tell me your interpretation of what is scientific.
Well, creating something unusual, like a wind machine.
Excellent. You've just described your own project.
But...
Nicola Blister.
Yes, Uncle? Sir?
Your project is to, calculate how many marbles you can get into an empty milk bottle.
Ooh, tricky, sir.
You, gaping. What's your name?
JJAHH, sir.
Why have you got that expression on your face?
'Cause you can't put it anywhere else, sir. Well, sir, I'm a bit surprised at the standard of your scientific projects, particularly to your nieces.
Oh, you are you? And what do you suggest?
Well, sir, as it so happens, I'm working on an experiment right at this moment.
No. Well, perhaps you'd care to tell us about it, Professor Jekyll.
It's a drink.
A drink?
It's a sort of an elixir. Totally harmless, simple to produce, refreshing, yet prepared by simple scientific
Spare us the
experiments.
advertising, Miss Jekyll. Give us a product. Tomorrow, this time.
Oh, sir, I'm still working on it.
Bring it tomorrow, Miss Jekyll. And madam, with a wind machine, you produce that.
It was just a suggestion, sir.
Make it a fact. Oh, and Sharon and Nicola, forget the cress and the marbles. You both look a little peaky.
Thank you, Uncle. We mean, sir.
Is that set on the blink?
No, it's Julia in the kitchen doing her homework.
Was that an explosion? Yeah, that was an explosion.
How's the homework coming along, Pet?
Fine, Mum. And here it is, my special elixir.
Oh, and what's so special about it?
It's a scientific preparation from all the natural ingredients in other drinks. Though in this case, They're all in one. And I brought you each to taste.
Ooh. Isn't our Julia clever, Jerry? What is she?
Clever.
Now drink up and put the door back on its hinges.
Oh, that's delicious, Julia. What is it, Moira?
Delicious.
Any of the other kids inventing things?
Sarah Slocum is inventing a wind machine.
Ooh, that'll be exciting.
Well, you can say that again.
Ooh, that'll be exciting.
Turn it off!
Stop!
Turn it away! Hold it towards the door!
Where will we go, sir?
Go out into the playground for some fresh air.
I think we had enough of that already, sir.
And now the explanation, Mr. Blister, and you better hit me with the maximum groove.
Well, the children volunteered to make some inventions.
Was that one?
Yes, I think so.
Have any other pupils volunteered?
Julia Jekyll.
Oh, yeah, and what's she coming up with? An atomic bomb?
A drink.
Drink? What sort of drink?
Well, a sort of elixir.
I smell booze.
Really had, I assure you. I haven't touched a drop.
Oh, not you, Daddy. Julia Jekyll's elixir. What's in it?
Well, she tells me it's totally harmless.
Now, mind you, if it's Julia Jekyll, it probably is. That girl's a shining light.
Is she, Head? I find her rather precocious and verging on the impertinent.
Well, you're wrong, sir. She's our best student. I constantly say, if only they were all like her. Diligent, caring, and brilliant at her studies. If only certain other pupils would take a leaf out of her book. Like those hideous Blister sisters. Oh, sorry, Mr. Blister.
Think nothing of it, Head.
Julia's elixir will be a triumph. I look forward to your report. And no more encouraging the children to invent things that elaborate on the elements. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Mr. Rocket.
I'm going now. Is my hair on straight?
Yes, Mr. Rocket.
Temper, temper, Uncle Lester. Are you in trouble, Uncle Lester?
If you ask me, that Head has got it in for us. Blisters.
We should teach him a lesson. We should teach that Julia Jekyll a lesson.
We should teach the whole stinking school a lesson.
Mr. Blister, aren't you meant to be teaching a lesson?
Yes, of course, Head.
And you, Blisters, why are you hanging around? Have you no class to go to?
What about the others, sir?
What others?
The rest of the science class. They're all out in the playground.
Oh, great balls of fire, I forgot! Oh, there you are, Julia. Not out in the playground with the others?
No, sir. I thought it best come in. I want to get ready for my invention presentation. What's this? Squint's Hair Restorer, grow your own. Swallow 1 teaspoon 3 times a day.
One of the important things about basketball is being able to practically put the ball in the net. To do that, you have to be pretty tall, so anyone short is no use. Get it?
You can't say that, Mrs. Rocket. That's discrimination.
I can say what I like. I'm 76 years old.
Isn't that a bit old for a basketball coach?
Now that is discrimination.
Right, everybody back inside. Mr. Blister will continue with his experiment class. And there'll be no panic this time. The next experiment is from Julia Jekyll.
Private property, Julia Jekyll, hands on. Hurry up, Julia. We're all looking forward to your experiment. Is it all ready? Oh, yes. I left the ingredients in the lab cupboard, and I've been swatting my notes up in the prep room. Isn't that what you do to flies? What? Swat. Announcement. After the Fairy Queen's invention, it's going to be a collection. And don't forget, it's 70p. 70p? Everybody hates inflation. But there we are.
All the experiment class back into the science room.
Honestly, Memphis, why appoint me basketball instructor if you won't let me instruct?
Mumsy, I've just realised that I will lose my socks as school head if the authorities see that A, I've appointed a 76-year-old basketball coach, and B, that she's my mother.
Well, that's discrimination by the bucket load.
The main ingredient is in this flask. It is totally pure in its manufacture, and contains no additives nor colorants. It's kept at a constant temperature, and it's a result of refined experiments.
Refined, eh?
All the ingredients are perfectly balanced. Any additional ingredient, at this stage, will just complicate the drink. Now, who'd like to try it?
What is it, Nicola?
Do you think she should taste it first? Yeah, you're right. She could poison a lot of us. I tried it out to Mum and Dad, and they quite enjoyed it. It was quite refreshing. Pardon me, it's commercial break time. Let's see how it refreshes you.
Yes, drink up, Jekyll.
Now, the nice thing about this drink is that you feel...
Registered here? I've never noticed you before.
Yes. I'm registered, but sometimes I'm not myself.
What are those girls doing?
They're lying on the ground.
Where's Julia Jekyll? Her mother's just phoned and wanted to get a loaf of bread and the complete works of Daniel Steele on the way home.
Oh, I hope she's not gone to find Julia.
Julia! Please excuse me. It must have been something I drank.
Right! Explanation time! Where's the beast from 5,000 fathoms who threw me out of the window?
He's right. We do want an explanation for that girl, and I'm going to get it. I'll talk to the only sensible person here.
Far away, Mumsy. I'm all ears.
Not you, Dumbo. Julia, could you wait for me in the corridor, please?
I landed against the wall. The plaster's cracked.
That's not all that's cracked around here. Now, Julia, dear, I'm sure there is a simple explanation. Where is the new girl who threw Mr. Blister out of the lab window?
Oh, brilliant. Looking forward to the next one already next week. Oh, hold on. Otis,
okay.
Here we go. Whoa.
Oh, you missed. Rubbish.
Keep your calls coming in. What makes the best conquer? We've got a few to read out in a moment. But before we go any further, an email that's come in for you, Otis.
Yes, I have this email here. It's from Daniel and Nathan Jenkins. It says, please can you ask Otis to say hello to me and my brother? We think he's the best, and it would be brilliant if he said, hi, hi,
Hi.
hi, hi, hi.
Hi.
How's that?
Okay, stand by for record breakers, but let me tell you about